is a series of all my I have an Asian food series that each painting includes a bunch of different food from the same cuisine or country. We have China for dim sum, sushi for Japanese, Korean barbecue, etc. And tonight I'm going to make a new one, which is gonna be all the Vietnamese food that I like. I already painted the background because it takes quite some time, so I just started the background, and now I'm gonna paint each dish from the top to the bottom. That way I won't smear it while painting. Let's start from the corner. I choose green as my background because in Vietnamese cuisine there's a lot of fresh vegetables. It always reminds me of like green just fits the theme, I think. It's always refreshing to eat Vietnamese food, so I chose green. I'm starting with this lettuce. By mixing some lime color yellow and a very light green, mixing with blue to create a shadowy area. Gives me a nice gradient. Hello, snoozer. Yes, we have Viet coffee in this corner, but most likely I won't get to it tonight. This is gonna be a very long painting. Might be the next few days. I might have to stream a couple of times to finish this painting. Random sketching. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. I had a small technical difficulty earlier. I started the stream and somehow it ended, so I had to restart a new one. Looks good already. Thank you. Yeah, I started the background before I start streaming because it takes quite some time to just do the background. I don't want you guys to stare at me for 30 minutes just painting the background. Oh, one thing I want to mention is I'm using watercolor right now, and the lines are drawn by color pencil instead of regular pencil. I like it better because it doesn't. This color pencil is very hard. It's not the soft one, so it doesn't smudge easily. It actually worked very nicely with watercolor painting because it's waterproof. You can still see it. Well, not waterproof, but like, yeah, it doesn't smear. and I use different color for the different area. That way it blends better later on with the paintings. So if you have problems smearing pencil, you could try that as well. Because I know sometimes people have like a really dirty looking watercolor painting because they smear the pencil line while they paint. This would be a good solution. And then the background painting, I use gouache instead of watercolor because this pastel color, it looks better with gouache paint. You can also mix white with watercolor, but I feel like since it's not as solid, it doesn't look as good. Hello, Stephanie. Gouache is much more opaque and it dries quicker, I feel like. I quite like it using it as the background paint. Snoozer, what are the different food? I'm guessing pho, banh mi, is there BBH? Yes, you guessed it right. So we have the top left, yes, top left. I don't know the English name for this, but it's the dry pho with lemongrass, pork chop, and egg roll cut up, so that dish. And then we have bun seal, which is like a yellow pancake thing with shrimp and bean sprout in it right here. And then this is like a sticky rice with meat in it. This one is like a gluten-y, how do I explain it? It's kind of like a mochi texture, and then inside has some dry shrimp. And this is like a dessert with coconut milk and some pandan jello and a bunch of like canned fruits in it. It's pretty good. This is bun gun, I think. It's a rice crepe with meat in it. Yeah, there's BBH, pho, banh mi, spring roll, egg roll, coffee, and honeycomb cake. Is this for fun or part of your recipe series? So to answer random sketching, I actually did a whole series of like a whole collection of Asian cuisine painting. So I made the first one I made was dim sum. So it's like a kind of like this, a collage of different type of dim sum with a panda on it. And then started there, I made a painting with sushi. So it's all sushi, and then one with Korean barbecue, and then also a Filipino cuisine called Kamayan. So this is gonna be in the same collection. Yeah. BBH. Yeah, I like BBH too. Bumblebee. So yeah, my goal is eventually I'm gonna have a whole collection of all of the, not only Asian food, like all of the food I like. I consider making a boba tea collection. I mean boba tea painting to add to this collection as well. But I choose to make this Vietnamese one first because in my recipe cards I made some new Vietnamese recipe, and when I go to cons, people like it very much. So I decided to add another Vietnamese food series into my collection. Okay, we have some cucumber on the left side. Should have drawn the cucumber in a different way. I feel like this is hard to tell they're cucumbers, but it's basically cucumber sliced in a really long slice. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell they're cucumbers, but trust me, they are cucumbers. I wish I know how to cook Vietnamese food better so I can add all these to my recipe card. But I feel like I'm not qualified to do that yet. Okay, I'm gonna add some shadows to my lettuce. There's so many folds in these lettuce. The buffaloes are cute. Thank you. Yeah, I wasn't sure what animals to use for this painting. My husband was like, buffalo, because it's Vietnamese. I don't know how to make them cute. but at least they're not ugly right now. I modeled them after the Animal Crossing New Villagers. Funny thing, I'm working on reorganizing my recipe by rewriting them and adding it to a binder. That is a good thing to do because I keep just writing down the recipes that I collect, and then I just ended up having so many of them, and I don't know what I have anymore. I need to look at them. Oh, by the way, hi, Sunnyside. Welcome to my chat and my stream. Okay, back to the animal. Yeah, I was considering doing capybara, but I guess my husband really wanted buffalo. So yeah, we have buffalo for Vietnamese. Like these lettuce, I can't even tell what I'm drawing anymore, but I'm kind of just following the reference photo, painting the shadow dark, but I can't even tell what the shapes are anymore. And I'm gonna add some shadow to these, I think these are mint leaves. They're supposed to be the same color as the lettuce, but I want to distinguish them from the lettuce, so I decided to make them a little bit darker color. This painting has a lot of greens. I'm gonna do the shadow and the cucumber. Oh, for this painting, I actually did a grayscale study before I started painting. Usually, I feel like you should do it for every painting, but because I'm lazy, I don't do that all the time, and unless I'm doing a bigger painting like these. So basically, I painted this painting digitally with just black and white grayscale to figure out where my shadow is before I start this traditional painting. That way you have a better understanding where the shadow is going to be, what is in front, what objects is in the back. Once you have a better idea, you have a better result when you place your color. That's something I learned from art school. I think it's a very useful tool. I think every painting I do should do that, but I'm too lazy. Just studying where the light should be, where the shadow lays, because I'm not very good at light and shadow. So yeah. And then we have a piece of cilantro. Okay, I think I am done with the green things for now. I love the different shades of letters green. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I try not to use the same green for all of the lettuce. I mean all of the vegetables on here, so that people can see their different things. I am going to move on to the egg roll down here. Mixing some yellow and browns and white. A nice earthy tone, nice contrast to the green. The middle, the filling part, also has a lot of yellow. So I'm gonna go over it with the same color to give it a base color to work with for later. color intuitively. Kinda. I'm not. I'm actually very bad at colors. Like color theory. I don't. I mean, I get the basic, but I don't quite get it. So it's pretty much whatever the reference photo color is, and then I'll try to get as close to the reference as possible, but I think it's, yeah, intuitively whatever I feel right. I wish I have. I don't know. I don't quite understand the color temperature and whatnot. I see it, but when I but when I paint, trying to think about it, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. So I kind of just like, from my experience of painting, I would say, oh, this color goes well with this other one, and then I'll just pick those two to mix, which is kind of bad. Not very helpful to people. And that's kind of why I also like to stick with the same brand of color, because I'm used to it and I know exactly what I'm getting when I pick up those colors. Versus if I try using a different brand, the name of the color might be the same, but it feels different when I mix it. It took me some time to get used to. There's some carrots, some meat, and there's some wood ear in the filling. So I'm gonna pick a few color to paint the inside as well. I want some fun now. So unfortunate that I move away from my favorite pho place. Now that in the new house, I haven't found a new pho place yet. Kind of sad. more shadow to the filling part. Basically the same color I use, but with a little bit more brown. I'm adding some texture as well. Oh, today someone asked me where they can find a art class for their daughter who's 13 years old. They asked me if I teach painting. Obviously I don't, but do you guys know where I can find a class for a 13-year-old, like a young adult? Because I couldn't think of anything at all. They live in Chicago. If you guys know anywhere, let me know. At first I was gonna suggest going to a college, taking like an art class, just a community college. But since it's a kid, I don't know where I can send her. Okay. I'm going to add some shadows to the spring roll skin. Sometimes the city sends local kid classes for that. Pamphlets. Yeah, I'm not sure. So I used to go to class in like a private art class in Chinatown by this one teacher. But that's years ago. I don't even know if he still teaches. How to start purchasing a home and mortgage. What? I know some of the artists that I follow from China offer online courses like on Zoom, but because of the time difference, there's no way I can take those classes. I actually really want to try taking one of those watercolor classes from a Taiwanese artist that I like, but his class time, it's my sleeping time. It's kind of unfortunate. feeling this painting is gonna take me days. So much detail. Add more shadows. The spring roll. Where's the what? I can't even pronounce that, Stephanie. Please describe what that is. I only know how to say the food names. I can't read Vietnamese. Or was that the cup on the top right? That's the canned fruit with the pandan jello and I think milk in it. Is that the dessert thing? That was very popular on TikTok for a second. I don't know how to say the name, so I'm not gonna try that. Let's not butcher your language. That's a dessert. I'm gonna say that much. Okay, I think I am done with the egg roll for now. I'm going to do the... Is it with milk? Yes, it has milk in it. It's milk with the canned fruit, with the syrup. The thing that is really sweet. Moving on to the top left corner. I mean top right corner. These are pickle, radish, and pickle carrot. I think it's better with blue shadows. And then I'm gonna do this meat sticks. Yes, that's your favorite Viet dessert. The things that super sweet, so much sugar in it. I remember at a grocery store, some girl asked me, some non-Asian person asked me, "Oh, how can I make this one dessert?" And then she showed me a video on TikTok of a recipe how to make that dessert. And I was like, "Girl, you're in a wrong grocery store. This is a Chinese grocery store. They don't sell those canned fruit here." And she was like, so confused. I couldn't find it anywhere. Couldn't help her. This is a lemongrass, either chicken or pork chop. I can't tell. But for sure it's lemongrass. Quickly add the burnt color to this meat. You have to add the color while the paint's still wet. Now it looks like it has a burnt spot. also like mixing purple with brown to create a deeper color. I usually don't use black in watercolor when I'm trying to make a darker shadow color. But instead, you could mix brown and blue, brown and purple to create a different tones of black. That way your black has more depth. And it just looks nicer. It doesn't look as flat with a flat out black from the tube. The middle buffalo needs some mismatch flip-flop, mismatch floral print clothing and a wicked basket tote bag. Why do you have to be so stereotypical, Johnny? Do you have artist friend that you draw and paint with? Not really. I have you guys that I paint and draw while streaming. No, I don't paint outside of my house because watercolor has a lot of stuff and it's hard to take them with, you know? And actually, usually when I paint, I kind of just turn on like a podcast or audio book and I'm just completely in the zone. This is kind of why it's so hard for me to talk and paint at the same time because I'm not used to this. Do you paint and draw with friends? Be too distracted to draw or accidentally ignore people if I drew with friends. Sometimes we hang out and sketch at a boba place, or drink and draw. Not serious work, just catch them as sketch. Yeah, that sounds fun. Just random sketching. I could probably do that. But with a serious painting, it's hard for me to like snoozer said, I might start ignoring people. Like, as you can tell, sometimes I will like pause in the mid-sentence because my brain cannot think of what I want to say while I'm trying to focus on painting. It's a little hard. Okay. Yeah, but if it's just sketching or purely catching up, I could do that. Because I sketch on my iPad. I don't sketch by hand anymore. It's kind of sad. My my sketchbook actually, it's more like a notebook. I use it to take notes more than I use it to actually sketch. I'm painting the pickled radish now. You bounce ideas during non-serious sketching session. You don't have the mum for Banzio. Needs to be together. Okay, I forgot. I forgot the dipping sauce. I'm sorry. I think ever since art school ended, which is a long time ago, I haven't sketched with anyone next to me in a long time. I think the last time was in school. Sauceless is crazy. Come on, don't judge me. I forgot. I don't know how to add to it no more. There's no space. There's no space. Hi. There's no peanut sauce for the spring roll. I drew all the food, but I forgot all of the sauces. Maybe this is why I need someone to sketch with me, so they can double check my work. Should tell me earlier. gonna do shadow for the noodles. Yes, there's some noodles under here. I'm gonna make purple blue color shadow. Might be a little hard to see, but this is a lavender color. Putting it under the meat. I think it's a good separation, cutting from those greens and browns, having a purple-ish tone shadow for the noodle. It might also look weird, who knows. I think it's hard to see for you guys. I'm adding a bit shadow to the radish as well. Let's see. I think my goal for tonight is to finish at least this part. Because it's already 8:30. And I haven't even finished it. I don't do line drawing until I paint all of everything, but I want you guys to have at least able to see one small section done tonight. I'm going to paint the line first. I'm going to put my head. Need to move it closer. I forgot. There are these like peanuts. Shredded peanuts on the meat stick. conventions coming up? I think so. I'm going to Iowa. I think next week, in 2 weeks. Anime Iowa. I've never been. So we'll see. And then after that, I have a very small 1 day or 2 day con in St. Louis. And I'm going on my vacation after that in October. I'm going to China. Yeah. And then I won't be busy until December. Yeah. I feel like I don't have a lot of big cons in this second half of the year. I should say winter. I don't have a lot of cons in winter. Anime Des Moines. Yeah, that one. That one. I don't know. Have I ever been to Iowa myself? I feel like I haven't been to Iowa for a con personally. I always send someone there, so yeah, I kind of look forward to it. To a new location. Okay. I'm gonna do the plate. I'm kind of nervous. I don't have a sketch underneath. Okay, here we go. It's too difficult. Drawing pattern on a plate without any preparation. I'm not good at this. Sorry if I rotated out of the camera. guys can see a complete painting. As you can see, this is gonna take me a long time. It's been 1.5 hours and I only finished a corner. I think either I'm gonna stream randomly the next few nights, or I'm just gonna finish this painting by myself. Yeah. This is gonna be a long project. So if anyone asks you how long this painting takes at a convention, tell them this corner took me an hour and a half. Yeah, I might consider just doing a time lapse. I'm not sure. Hi Cody. Yes, this painting is gonna turn into a print eventually. Probably end of this month. The painting should be ready as a print on my shop. There we go. We have part 1 of the Vietnamese painting. We have the dry pho with lemongrass, pork chop, egg roll, spinach, and some, not spinach, lettuce with some other veggies. And then the rest, I guess I'll just paint on my own, budgeting for the print. Thanks. Okay, I think I'm going to end here tonight. Thanks everyone for watching and chatting with me. And if I'm going to decide to stream and paint some of the other parts, I will let you guys know on Instagram ahead of time. But thank you so much for coming. Have a good night.